Good evening, guys. It's November 8th, 2023. Today is Wednesday, and let's go with the pre-market notes. Okay. So today we are neutral as well. Like yesterday, price is now stuck between short-term buyers and mid-term sellers, and price will go through yesterday's high, yesterday's low, either or. The key here is whether it will follow through after that, right? That's the question. I am expecting trend day today as well. I prefer down day, but that is my preference. But I will give more importance to real-time price action. Say this is same as yesterday, right? Same story. Dream number is in queue, very important. And there were so many naked dream numbers now being created, and price did not revisit them, so they are pending targets for sellers. If price chooses to go down, I expect price to visit them soon. Now the price wants to go towards higher target mentioned in Discord, then buyers will have to hold above Globex low, ideally without going down too much below it. Okay, so there are some higher targets that I gave it in Discord for buyers. So in order to go there, basically you want to see price holding above Globex low for buyers. Okay, if sellers want to take it lower, then you will see a nice break below Globex low, and price will basically hold it below nicely, right? So it's a different wording today, some more details. Now if you look at dream number 338, 359, okay, so now let's go here. So this dotted lines, dream number 360, 338. Now you can see it, right? How 338 defended, the price, right? For buyers. Same thing 360 or 359. See here also, right? Now this is pre-market also. You can see it, dream number holding, right? And then all the rotations, if you look at it, majority rotations were into this area. It's basically dream number. So this rotational area is very important tomorrow. Not today. It was important. I actually put it in Discord. This area, that this is important. In the morning, even at 6 o'clock. Then you can see this. So I was able to figure this out even before this thing was happened before, so like few hours way in advance, that this area is the key. Okay, now everybody else will know that now this area is the key. So tomorrow you will see some action again from this area. See, I'm always one step ahead of the crowd. All my levels, I'll always one step ahead of it. And then price does its action around it, then people will jump on board. So anyway, so now let's look at here. See, all these trades, you see it, short, long, right? They're pretty much based off this level. The moment price goes up, right, there was a long setup. Then I was able to see through this rejection. We discussed this in Discord actually in the morning, before open, that there are 2 or 3 ways that price can behave today. One, since it was holding this area in the overnight, and the last rotation was, it was holding up, like here, up, again up, right? The momentum was to the upside, before even open. So that built up momentum is going to get released, and that will bring up the long of the open, so, and we actually got this long also, so in Discord okay, let me show you. Okay, see this, as I said, right, I was able to figure this out early in the morning. Then I typed it at 7:46 also. This is the key, this area basically, then you look at it here. See these things, 9:26, right before the open, 4 minutes before open, I said 373 to 378 NQ, ES over 99.50. Watch this area because that's where aggressive buyers should hold it. That's the area, because of this built up momentum, and then backup is this area, overnight buyers. Once it goes through it, you will see a down move, that is what I said. And now, so we got this long, okay, right at 378 I picked it up, right of the open, right here. The moment it came down, ES came down to 0199 area, same time, right of the open, so we grabbed it, both of them actually, I grabbed it, Then the next area was for me to watch is, since I was aware that I am looking for down price, okay, from last 3 days now, so I am not fool to hold this thing assuming that it will go up nicely all the way up, excuse me. So we have to make that decision, whether to bail out, hold it, what price is doing, based on what price is doing, where it is going, how it is doing it, So from here, once we took the long, immediately up thrust, right? That was the momentum I was looking for, like follow through of these things. Then it closed here, then another up thrust, okay, and then it touched yesterday's high, okay, it even went above it a little bit. ES, I was watching 0450, that was the pending buyer's target from yesterday. Price couldn't get there. Today it went there, see here, right here, see first candle closed right at 05, right? So above 0450. Next 5 minutes is very important, so in the next 5 minutes, so NQ was able to close right here in the first 5 minutes, right? It couldn't close higher, and I was watching like 15-second chart, and I saw this, right, and I saw ES 04 coming back, right? I didn't feel good. Because of this momentum, it should just go up, it is not allowed to even pause. The moment it paused, I was out, so 410 I was out, ES 0450 I was out. So ES I barely got what, how many points, like 4 points, right? NQ I got most of them, almost 40 some point. Now what? Now I was done for the day almost, but then I said, now watch. Now you want to see price holding 391 and ES either 0450 or 0199, okay? So, and then again, price came down, buyers again bought it, ES again went higher, like this, NQ basically they bought at 391 and price went higher, so we were watching it, so then I said, okay, fine, it held it, now it should go higher then, but then again it came down. So this is the sign that something is off. Now we should not be touching this thing until price clears out what it needs to do, or at least it shows us what it needs to do, whether hold it here, break out above this, break below this, then it went up. Now while price was doing this, right, internals were not that strong favoring buyers, AD was like not that strong, so something was off here. That means price needs to come down, and then either internals has to tank, or if they stay neutral, then neither side is active. But what I do know is this level, this area is important for buyers to now hold, because they tried it here, then came down, again they bought it, right? So now it has to hold it. ES has to hold above 4400, otherwise it will go towards 96 or 94, the key area, and then NQ will travel back to this area, you know. So the moment price I saw this breakout attempt and failed, slice through this middle area and here, next candle up and down, I shorted right at 383. You know, you can check that in 15-second chart or 30-second, you know. That's where I took a short. Target was this area, you know. So I was done here. Yes, at that time was retesting O1 area, right, which we need to see it holding it. After breakdown, pulling back there, this was the timing, you know. Actually this was the timing with ES, you know, this area. So this is there was one trade going with the flow, which I didn't take it in ES, okay, I take it in NQ. Then when price bounced from here, right, I was not expecting a bounce. I want to see price slice through it, you know. But then when I see this pop, I said it is allowed to go up to 383, but ideally I want to see it's holding below 377, you know. That is what I said in this call, which is somewhere around here, okay. So the way it went higher, it looks scary, okay. So it was looking scary actually, you know, because I was expecting it to hold it below this area. So basically I want this candle popping up here and go down, not go through it. But I was watching it, you know, since I already had two trades, I was watching it. I didn't do anything here, but it was allowed to go up to 383, which I don't want to see it happening. But anyway, it went there. The moment it went there, I said it's a do or die. This is the do or die area because ES was able to reach 0199 area again after breakdown below it. And this was the area they were trying to hold it. So it's a do or die area now, right? So once it goes through it, I'm going to go for long. And if it gets rejection, you know, it's gonna go down. That time it will not hold here, it will go below. So since it was do or die, I said okay, now I'm going to put one contract here, you know, I will take a short at 383, stop is 391, and I'm going to take it. So I took it here, you know. That was in Discord, I said that I took it. ES I did not take it at that time, I only took ES, NQ, you know. Then it went down again, lower, right? Since I was already profitable here, you know, and I usually don't hold it for longer, and ES was still filling the gap again, right? Internals were not that weak here, you can see it. I built out here at dream number because usually dream numbers are, you know, deadly. So you never know, you know. So I took a profit here. Then at this point, after taking profit, the idea was now it should stay below this area and not go back again above, which it did actually. Here it actually poked little. That was the trap. You know? So 368 right here, I shorted it again, you know, and then I took a bailout right at this low. You know, I didn't hold it. I said even though it wants to go down, I don't want to mess around, you know. So I was done here, and it was close to 1030 also. So ES was right that time was right around here. You know, this 94-96 area, you know, ES was like struggling to go down. That was the problem, you know. So and then you can see it, even ES spent a lot of time here, you know. So at that point officially I was done for the day, and we closed the voice chat. Okay, after that you can see it was a heavy chop. See that? So there is no trade here. Okay, now if I show you trade here like this, right, it was around 11:55. Now you will say it's like after the fact you are showing it, you know, right here, right? So but this is not after the fact trade actually, you know. So why this trade is shown up here but not here, not here, not here, you know, why it's here, right? That is the legit question, you should have it, right? I'm not cherry picking here. Okay, so the reason being here is why it's not here and why here, why not here, right? Because it's an event, you have to look at it. So while price was like doing this, right? So see, why not even immediately enter here then, right? But here, not entering here, because here you can see it has a huge tail and price respected this level. Then again it was doing it, right? So it doesn't make sense. And while ES was holding 94, 96, doesn't make sense to make any action right now. You have to watch. Okay, so when you're watching it, now you know this time price was supposed to go to VWAP, because usually people do trade around VWAP, right? I don't, but usually people do. The price was already downtrending, right? Then here it was supposed to go to touch here, it did not. It came down. See, at this point the idea is it should go through it, but again damn thing bounced, right? See, at this time here again it touched it. See, this time it touched it, right? Only this time. So what was the time? 11:50. Hold on. Okay, so now I was looking for an event. Okay, so hold on, let me. So there were two trades actually, but different way, like you have to pick and choose. See here, it touched VWAP, right? It was a confluence area also, preferred sellers also, right? What time was it? 11:20, which is probably this area, right? So here ES was lower high compared to this high. NQ was making a new high compared to this high, right? So divergence, correct? So now divergence based trade, NQ is trying to go higher, right? While ES is not making a new high. So what do we do here, right? Should we short NQ? Should we short ES? Or should we wait? Because this is a breakout attempt. See that? It held this area. Now NQ is breaking out. After from here multiple attempts to go down, it couldn't. Now it's breaking out. That's how you should read it, right? So at least if you want to short here, you should not be shorting right at the breakout area before it does something else. So here you want to see whether it's touching this area, basically this high, touch here, at least that way you have some confluence here. Then if price gets rejection, go below this, then you can short. Okay, so here ES you can short if you want to, but NQ you cannot. But if NQ is moving higher, breaking out, ES may follow little bit higher, so no trade here. Then price just went down fast, right? So there is no trade. At this point you may have missed the down move if price goes further down, right? So let's watch here. So now this time price made a new low, right? And then again it bounced from this level like this. See, now I was thinking at that point that now it should touch here, and I am interested to see what happens there. Can it go through it? Can it get rejection? That rejection idea was, I was waiting here, but price couldn't get there, right? So I want to see a divergence again with ES or NQ, something, So here when price touched it, right, ideally the short would be here, but we don't want to be shorting it here. So at this time when NQ again made a new high, ES made even lower high like this. So again divergence, right? But now I was telling myself a story that first time when somebody shorted in ES here because of the divergence, they are still holding their trade. This is a pullback addition for them. So it's a running ES short. This could be the pullback. And here there was no short here, right? But you can think about other way around. People who shorted it, their stop loss is right here, right? Or right here, this way. So here it took them out. So stop run, touch of a VWAP, divergence with ES, price came down like this, right? So now you have a confirmation, failed breakout, correct? See, ideally it should not even go below this, but it did, right? Even it went through this entire area with a tail. Then here another candle down and it made a new low. see here, at this point, you know, is ready for short. So you wait for a pullback. The moment it pull back close to dream number or dream number right here, or even you just short right here, right there. See, that's why this is the short I was showing you here. It's all reading the price, right timing, you know, otherwise you will get chopped up. Now I want to see this low to be taken out. So I want to see no tail like this, you know, like this. Do you see a tail here? Price went through this area. See, notice one thing here. How do we get the confidence that whether this thing is gonna go lower? You have to see whether when it's touching it, you have to watch it. Look here. See, so, okay, put it this way. Do you see any single close below this 338? So far, not a single close, right? This time, if it wants to tail, right, it went through it. See, very little tail below it, close below it, right? At this point, you are almost sure that if you are following the lower time frame, you can short. If you haven't been shorted these things, you can short into right into this area in the next candle with very tight stop. See here, right there, and first thrust out, right? Now next level was this, right? But first thrust out, you can even bail out right here. You don't have to even wait, you know. But then you look, it basically turned this area, see that, into resistance now. That would be another shot. Now you target this or this and you're done. You know, look this, right? And then price reversed all the way back up, right? So here you don't care. Here you don't care. Why it reversed, whatever reason, you know, I already gave a reason in this call why it reversed, you know, and why ES bounced from here, because it was our super aggressive sellers buyers area, right? See, buyer sellers area was not here, not here. It was here for a reason. I kept it here, and look at, can see it, right? Price bounce from it. So then what? Then there was one trade here also, which I took it, you know. I didn't took this, right? But I took this because it was pre-planned trade, you know. So in this call, okay, see this, I actually tweeted these things, you know, 2:32 p.m. right? So actually before that, you want to see till 3:30 p.m. 225, right? So I wrote it at 225 when price was here, okay, right here. So here I said till 3:30 you want to see one pullback into 362, 369, which is this area, and for ES it was 90 to 93, okay. So I want to see a pullback there, and this was R, right? And then I said at 232, which is right at this candle before this downfall, you know, right here, I said the pullback, if it happens, then it should be scary looking, okay. Then here I am saying scary looking after 3 minutes. So this was a scary looking pullback, you know. So 362, 369, ES 90, 93. See, look at ES, right? It was 90, 93, it fall right there, okay. And NQ fall right at 362, 369 area. So my long was 365. Since it was expected, right? Even I knew that, you know, almost, but I was not sure. See here, right at this candle, right? Or right here, I typed it at 225. That scary pullback looks scary into this area, right? So I was I was like thinking in my mind that it will go up and then it will come down like a scary looking down move. It will, at that point, it will trap sellers. So by looking at this, people will start shorting right around in this area. They will start shorting here. With this candle going down, they will start shorting because it's a fail breakup. Now price can go down, lower. That is what the idea is. That was people are going to think. I was expecting this down move, but at the same time, I was expecting a bounce. That's why I was waiting for this area and scary looking move, So people will short and then I will buy it. That is what the idea is, So now compared to this movement, if you look at this move in a lower time frame, it will look scary because it was instant in like 3 minutes. That's why it's scary. And if you look at carefully, both ES and NQ came into same area exact same time. That's why you go long, because look at this buying. Buyers are not gonna give up that easy. They are going to defend this area, especially, and when price just falls right into it, it will bounce. Once you take a bounce, you should not be greedy, So exit should be right around in this area, because that's where all this started, right? On the way back up, people may short it, because it's a better location compared to shorting here. So you will out right at 382. See, then price went down, right? At this point, there is no trading, by the way, okay? And this is all like after closing trade, but this was a trade, and ES same thing. So that be all for today, Now tomorrow I have no clue, what's gonna happen. So we have to just wait for the overnight.